was referred to the Goddard House after doing some research, and my sister and I came to visit, and we were incredibly impressed with the place. From the exterior it looks like an inn in Vermont, and you walk by these beautiful azalea trees, and it's just remarkably welcoming atmosphere outside. And you walk in the front door, and you're greeted with Patty with this incredible smile, energy, and welcoming spirit. I right away began to see and feel the culture, as my sister Maureen did as well. And I think the ingredients of that culture are really respect and caring. My sister's 81 years old. She's had an incredible, rich life. She's not defined by her illness. She's defined by her 81 years of life. And the staff here respect her as an adult who's living here in assisted living, not because she happens to have dementia, but because she happens to be an 81-year-old woman who happens to live here. That came across immediately.
I just want to say, too, that the folks who work here are stellar.
Amazing.
Just kind, engaged, and respectful, and that's just amazing. I mean, I think when we were sort of looking at it, and I kind of looked around and I saw there's some pictures of staff, and this one's here for 10 years, and that one's here for. I had a business, and when you can retain folks, you're doing something right. You're giving them a nice environment to work in. So that was a very good sign.
I think because low key, everybody was very and is very friendly, and I didn't feel like I was stepping into a hotel type establishment. We had done a lot of looking around before I came up from Florida, and when I walked into the Goddard House, there was just something about it that made me feel very comfortable.
What makes Goddard House such a great place for my mom was my question, and I found out that the arts are a big part of what makes that so great. So I think it's just essential to the atmosphere that's created here. So the experience of moving in here, like my mom was like quite comfortable right away, but then it just, as I kept coming, it just seemed to get more relaxed and better. And she's a singer, and I think the opportunity to have music, to make music, has been like a really important thing for her.
Well, the first thing I always asked everybody when they were looking around is if they liked music, because there's always music here. There's concerts. We're close enough to Boston to get a lot of the talent. There's always a reason here to have not a party always, but a something, a get-together. And I do think music has a great deal to do with it.
I found the people of Goddard were interested in the movies. We run films almost every night. And to further explore that area, I started a bi-weekly group called Frames. We discuss the movies and the history of various personalities, various genres, and the experience of watching the movies, because there is not enough emphasis on the experience of watching the movies, of being part of the movies. And that group has gone on for 5 years.
They had some folks do a play. It's like pretty much scenes from Fiddler on the Roof. And they worked really hard for months. Months. But my mom was like, it reminded me really of like that, if you're in the high school play or in the, and just so excited, so energized. And then the play happened, and again, the staff, they were tremendous. These, people with memorizing their lines and singing and acting. And you could tell it was just the best time.
The best time I ever had. Mm-hmm. I never performed. I never sang.
And she can't sing.
And I can't sing. And I had one of the leading roles. And we did it. We just did it months.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
It was great. And so we came here in that direction, like just U-turn. And it went just completely the other way, and everything got easier and better. And I think I said, my mom's sort of personality and her zest for life was able to be present, which makes her more pleasant.
She goes on trips. She goes to movies. She's at the jazz festival. I mean, she's fully engaged in the place. And she just, for the longest time, she spent a lot of time in her room because she never quite had the chance to adjust when she first moved here. Now I can't get her on the phone in a room anymore.
Well, 4 years and I'm still happy. I still want to learn whatever new things they'll be doing. I have never felt that I made a wrong choice, or maybe a different choice. Oh, it astounds me, to tell you the truth. I really think these are things I never thought I could do. I'm happy that I don't really know how else to say it.
Goddard is like a magic place. I had a lot of illnesses even when I came here at first. And I keep getting better and better. So I don't know, maybe there is some magic here.